Welcome to another segment of Creative Solutions. I'm Travis Chapman.
I'm Ken Fawn.
And today we're going to sort of do a part 2 on our grind time, but we're moving into talking about addicted to success. We had a lot of inquiries about the grind time. People felt like it was a feel-good video, high energy. Even my mom sent me a text and was like, "Son, you brought it that time. You brought it. Y'all brought it. It was really good." And so we felt like we need to bring another segment that talks about grinding it out, having a certain mindset, and being addicted to success. So talk to us a little bit about, some passions that you have had in the past, or you can even go into some of your ambitions and how that have driven you to some of your current successes.
When I was younger, man, we didn't have anything. So I just wanted to, every time I got some, or when I bought my first house, man, I bought everything so that I wouldn't have to go back to Delmont Plaza, 3808, apartment C. You see what I'm saying? So I was addicted to putting safeguards in place.
Right.
Because I understood that if I didn't put that safeguard in place, I was going to have to go back to the neighborhood where they were doing a lot of shooting,
right,
seeing Pretty Darryl and all these other people
right.
do these crazy things. So I've been addicted to success because I've always hated being poor. You see what I'm saying? Not hate poor people,
right,
but I didn't like not having running water. I didn't like having to run an extension course. So my addiction to success is because I understand what happens when I fail. Does that make any sense?
Oh, yeah.
So my addiction was always tantamount to survival. I understood that if I wasn't one of the best people out there at the job, then there was a likelihood. I've always felt like if I ain't grinding enough, then somebody gonna come and take my spot. And I like being a starter. If that make any sense?
Right.
I'm a starter.
Right.
I may not be the star player, but I want you to understand when you pass me the rock,
right,
I got to go get it. So my addiction to success has always been tantamount to saying, listen, I want to be a place where I don't have to go back to where I've been.
Right.
I want to visit,
right,
but I don't want to live there. So that's been my addiction. But then secondly, I've always been addicted to success because I wanted to get back to my mom. I wanted to be able to go through and make sure that my kids had what I didn't have. So my addiction was always inspired by an intrinsic need to survive and to protect my family. It's the thing that girds me now.
right.
So when I'm tired and I feel like they put me in a box, right? No!
They can't hold you, baby.
You see what I'm saying?
They can't hold you,
got to eat.
baby. Yeah.
We live at this place right here, and I ain't gonna let nobody, nothing, no project, nothing keep me from
there you go.
getting it.
There you go.
Talk to me a little bit
You gotta
about
go get it. Mine was a little bit different from yours. You experienced some socioeconomic things in your past. My addiction was driven and pushed by having 2 older brothers, and everybody was very competitive. And so you know how it works. You got older siblings in your family. You're trying to keep up with them. You're trying to achieve what they have achieved already. And there's always a comparison, whether it be teachers or your parents or friends or your aunties and your uncles. There's always a comparison of you to your older siblings. And so for me, there was nothing that I did that felt good enough. I felt average compared to my older siblings because they were getting it done. And so coming through, I'm like, they got some big shoes. I got some big shoes to fill, and I felt like I wasn't feeling it. But the time I hit that first 3.6 in college, I was like, man, this tastes good. It feels good. And it made me want to go through and continue to push forward and forge ahead to get things done and be successful. So I always aim for perfection and just use them as a catalyst. As I seen them achieve different accomplishments being older than me, I would push forward and I would shoot and try to shoot higher than them. And it's always competitive because,
That's right.
Having 2 older brothers, they're shooting for each other. And it's fun competition, but at the same time, nevertheless, it's competition. And anytime my back is against the wall, I said this in grind time, I come out swinging, I come out fighting. I ain't gonna go down without a fight, baby. I don't care if it's 10 of you. I'm gonna come up swinging. Somebody gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? And so, just in my career, I've been striving to do the best and be the best that I can possibly be. I'm very ambitious in my goals and things that I want to do. And it's not over yet. Just because I got a nice house, it ain't over yet.
That's right.
Just because I got a nice car, it ain't over yet. Just because my family is satisfied and comfortable and they're taken care of, it ain't over yet. I'm addicted, baby. I got to keep going. Once you get that taste of success and it goes through your veins, baby, you can't stop. And I ain't ready to stop. I won't stop. I can't stop.
Let me ask you a question. The most important part that you have to understand is you got to be in competition with somebody.
With somebody.
Does it make any sense?
Oh, yeah.
So you need to understand who is it out there that you look up to, right? That you want to be like. But then secondly, when you do your stuff, understand that they are them and you are you. So you got to compete at your own level.
Right.
Cat Williams said be in tune with your own star player. Does that make any sense?
Exactly.
But I want to give you context. You got to turn around and look at that situation, right? You got to be adaptable. You got to code switch. But you got to also understand, what is it about me that I got to perfect? How do I run my race for me?
Exactly.
Will I settle for me? Because when you want success, right? If you addicted to it, you chase that thing. You're relentless about it.
Yeah.
I remember, I've always liked a wolf. And I'm not going to belabor the point, but the one thing I like about a wolf, they'll chase that thing for miles.
They will.
Miles. Track it down for miles. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like sometimes, man, because I go through barriers. We all go through barriers. Stu, I don't want nobody to tell you they've been through their life and they haven't been knocked down. They haven't had to go through and deal with conflict, people saying stuff. They lied about you, they lied on you, they stepped on you. All that stuff happened. Right. But if you addicted to that success, you're going to take that barrier, you're going to push it off. Stiff arm it. Yeah. Let them say something about you. But you have to be focused on your pursuit. You have to be relentless about that.
Yes.
Because if you're addicted to being success, if it's a manifestation of who you are, like my success is a manifestation of who I see on the inside. Does that make any sense?
Exactly.
Yeah, I got a nice car because on the inside, I got a car inside of me. Does it make any sense?
Right, exactly.
And if I'm going to be honest, my relentless success, my addiction to success is, I feel like I drive a nice Jeep right now.
Right.
But I'm grinding like I drive a Porsche.
There you go.
Or a door
there
Porsche.
You go.
You see what I'm saying?
I love it.
So that's why my addiction is, because
Right.
until my stuff manifests into that form, I know I ain't doing what I'm supposed to.
There you go.
So you got to set your own pace.
That's good.
You got to be addicted. You got to grind.
I'm hungry.
Hungry?
Not hungry. I'm hungry. I'm addicted to success. I'm hungry and I want it. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Creative Solutions. That's who we are. I'm Travis Chapman.
I'm Kenneth Vaughn.
Go get it.